Hi, I'm Nisha DeGaring, host of Good Things Utah, and I've been a longtime supporter of Todd's Beliefcast. I hope you find inspiration in the courageous stories shared by the amazing people Todd features on his show. The guests serve as shoulders for us to stand on, allowing us to see a little further and cultivate belief in oneself. Remember, you have the dignity and power to change. I encourage you to keep striving and believing in yourself. Enjoy today's podcast.
Welcome back, everybody. This is the host of the Beliefcast, Todd Sylvester. As always, thank you for tuning in. I can't thank you guys enough. It's so amazing the stories that are shared on this platform, and you guys have been so great about sharing it, not only with your family, but with your loved ones, your friends, your coworkers, and it's really grown our reach on this. And it really has a lot to do, if not everything, with the amazing people I bring on. And guys, I'd like to welcome back a guest that we've had on before. His story blew up when we had it on there. You guys, the feedback you gave on this guy was amazing. And so, guys, we're joined again by Ben Kjar. Ben, thanks for being here.
You're the man. Thanks for having me, brother.
Absolutely. Yeah, we are in for a treat, guys. Ben is so, what I think a great way to describe you in my eyes is that you are principle based. That is your foundation. You stand on principles that are just, they don't bend, they don't break. You stand on those things. And, you know, for those who don't know Ben, and most of you probably do, but for those who may not, Ben was born with Crouzon Syndrome as a young boy, and the doctors told him that he would live a different life, and you've done exactly that. You have lived a different life. Ben has risen above any of life's challenges and become a victor, not a victim. Ben is an international professional speaker. He's told his story to millions around the globe in front of crowds up to 10,000 people. The award-winning film Standout, the Ben Kjar Story, is at the end of its film festival tour and has generated all kinds of awards and people talking about it. And he's excited because publicly it goes out to the world in theaters on January 23rd, 2026. Congratulations to that.
Yeah.
What? I mean, who can even say that? That's amazing. Ben has a beautiful wife. They're proud parents of 3 beautiful adopted kids, which are 6 and younger. Is that correct?
Yeah.
So they're still really young.
Yeah.
So that keeps you busy. But Ben believes the real way to become truly wealthy is to travel and experience culture and its people. If you can connect with mankind, you are truly rich in life. And that's just one of the many principles that you stand on. And I'm so grateful to know you. And I'm grateful to promote you today and to share with our loved ones and those tuning in who need a spark in their life. And Ben, thank you for being willing to come to share some of what you're doing right now.
Yeah. Thanks for having me, man. You do such a great job, and there's so many great people here, so thanks for having me on again.
Absolutely. So let's just go. We talked about a little bit about this last time, but your doctor said you're going to live a different life, and you truly have in the greatest way possible. What is a belief that changed back then when you heard, maybe as you grew up, that you're going to be different? What was the belief that changed everything for you?
That what I had, which was Crouzon Syndrome, wasn't a curse, and that it was a gift.
Dang.
That changed everything.
Changed everything.
Yeah.
Before that, I mean, anyone going through any kind of struggle, right, it's tough. And it had to have been so tough for you. And I know you're very vulnerable and open about your struggles.
Yeah.
How did you make it through those tough days when you were like, man, I am different. People look at me, they stare at me, they may even talk bad about me, they tease me. How did you make it through that? Because that's a minefield, man.
Yeah. So there's phases, and there's phases that we all have. Sometimes we think that we need to be perfect right off the bat, and that's absolutely not the case.
Yeah.
There's seasons of life, and there's maturity in how we respond. When I was younger, I would figure out a way to defend myself, eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth, right? And in my own mindset, I would figure out what that is, and I would say it. And though that served me for a moment, it wasn't the right long-term answer.
Right.
It didn't serve them.
Yeah, gotcha.
And so once I figured out that wasn't serving anybody. I would go to like making fun of myself, and I started making up how I got bit by a shark or whatever, and that's how I had a scar on my head, you know.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, well, that's, and then I got into this mature stage of life where I figured out, oh my gosh, like I could understand that sometimes good people have bad days. And what do I mean by that?
Yeah.
If we come back at people with grace and love and not an eye for an eye, tooth for tooth, because we understand where they're coming from, that's different. I'll give you an example. We adopted all my kids. We put out a video that went crazy on YouTube and social media, probably like 90 million views.
Wow.
Between all the platforms. If you can imagine the amount of comments we would get that were really good, and then some that weren't really good, and those were based upon what they saw about me and my face, so they were pretty nasty.
Wow.
I remember a couple people coming back and just saying, oh, I can't believe this guy is even a human. What type of species is he? Of course his wife wouldn't have his kids because they would be born and look like this. And then they'd put out a meme of like the Hunchback of Notre Dame or usually like the Sloth and the Goonies or something, right? And I remember this lady came and posted a little meme of a 3-year-old kid, the Sloth and the Goonies. And in this moment, she said, I would never have this child, or she said something to the fact that, of course she wouldn't have his kid because it would look like this. And it was a 3-year-old Sloth and the Goonies on a little tricycle. And then she erased it. But I saw it before she erased it.
Oh,
and then she messaged me. She DM'd me privately. And she said, Ben, I really hope you didn't see what I posted. And I had. She said, I went on to read how you responded to all these other mean comments. And I saw how you gave them love and grace. And how you came back and were kind to them. That changed me. Ben, I want to tell you that your oldest boy, his name's Liam, when you had just adopted him, I saw this, but it was 2 days after my boy of 2.5 years old woke up. Well, he didn't. He didn't wake up, Ben. That's the problem.
Man.
He was 2.5 years old. He didn't wake up, and his name was also Liam. When you were receiving a Liam, I was letting go of a Liam. So in my life, you ask, how do you respond back to these people? And I've learned through different phases in my life how to respond.
Yeah, wow.
The most mature stage in season that I'm at right now is understanding that people are going through crazy stuff. And if we could just understand that and give them that type of like Christ-like grace, that type of understanding, and we're a little bit more of a stone catcher, not a stone thrower. Bro, I've just been lucky enough to see the aftermath, the private DMs of this is why I said this. You had all the reason in the world to come back at me swinging, and everyone would have supported you.
Yeah.
But you didn't. And if you would have, it would have put me down. Not even knowing if I would be here. But you didn't. So God bless you. I hope to meet you one day. Those type of comments have changed my life.
Wow. Dude, I got chills. I really do. And I mean what I mean. You're right. I mean, you have every right to fire back and defend yourself.
Totally.
You know, like, how dare you say that about you don't know me, and but yet you reply with love and kindness, and then you get these DMs behind the scenes that we don't maybe necessarily hear about till right now. You're talking about them, where they realize because you were kind, it kind of changed their heart and going, man, why was I so mean to this guy? Dude, what a lesson for all of us right here and now. I love that.
In those moments, it makes you recalculate like what humankind is, who humans are, what human beings really just want and need.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, we want love and connection.
Yeah.
And a little bit of shelter and a little bit of food sometimes, right?
For sure.
But like, we just want love and connection.
Well, here's the question then, because Ben, I mean, you're human, you have a heart, and you feel.
Mm-hmm.
Even though you're responding in kindness, I would imagine there's still a part of you like maybe the initial knee-jerk reaction is to respond in a defensive way.
Sure.
Or you pass that even too. Or I mean, because again, you know, I don't get the comments on the level you do, but I do got people that will rip into me because I'm out there. And they're my first initial response, I'm going to be honest with you, I want to just like tear into them. I'm going to be honest. But then I breathe and I either maybe don't respond or I try to do what you do. And I'm not saying I'm good at it, but I'm getting better where I'll respond with a much better kindness. But do you feel that way or do you feel like you're kind of even past that part of it?
Good question. The majority of stuff that comes my way that's negative are people that I don't know. Yeah. It doesn't affect me at all.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, my wife gets all the messages sent to her email.
Oh.
And we didn't do it on purpose. I just don't know why, but she just does, right?
Right.
And she always, we've made a decision that she only sends me the juicy good ones. Like when I mean good ones, meaning like the people are trying to make fun of me. And the other ones, I love you guys who are kind, but those ones are a little bit boring to me because I love the juicy ones.
Really?
Because I get a kick out of it.
Yeah.
I learned at a young age that when people said you can't do something, to be like, oh yeah? Nah, watch me. Watch me do it. Let's go. Now, do I feel anger, frustration, sadness, be offended sometimes when those comments come? When it comes from someone that I know, love, and trust, that's when it hits.
Sure.
But you still have an opportunity to respond. I call it focus for 5. In earlier phases in my life, that 5, the focus for 5 meant maybe 5 weeks. It took me 5 weeks to respond. Some people, unfortunately, 5 years later, haven't talked with their ex, their son, their daughter, a past loved one, a past relative. Isn't that crazy? Mm-hmm. Now, the phases in my life that I've gotten good at is when I can respond within 5 seconds with love. Or 5 minutes. Right? Maybe 5 days if it really cut me deep.
Yeah.
I believe that not responding is better than responding with emotion.
True, yeah.
So focus for 5. If you can't respond without emotion, because that's when it's not great. And we all know that. It's the burning inside. And it feels so good to knock someone in the face for a moment. It feels good to quench that anger for a moment. But it doesn't serve anyone long term. So if you're at the level of life where yours is 5 years, it's okay. It's probably better than you coming back in 5 days and just cutting their head off.
Right.
Because they won't talk to you for 50 years.
Yeah.
But if you can get to 5 weeks or 5 days or maybe even 5 hours, if we can get to 5 minutes or 5 seconds, man, we're a warrior. We're unstoppable.
Sure. Unstoppable. Boy, that was really well said. I love that way you broke that down. That makes a lot of sense. That's powerful. You know, you talked about, you know, if people say I can't do something, they're like, oh, really?
Yeah.
And for those who may not know, you're the first ever NCAA Division I Wrestling All-American at Utah Valley University at age 40. You represented the USA at the World Championships in Greece and became a world champion in Greco-Roman wrestling and won silver medal in freestyle wrestling. And the list goes on of your accomplishments. And that's one thing I've always admired about you, that you didn't say, I'm living with this syndrome. I'm thriving in it, if anything.
Right.
Like, I'm going to take this and go, okay, this is what it is. watch me magnify my life.
Totally.
That's one thing you probably hear that a lot, but I think that's why so many people gravitate towards you, because that's what you do. You show us all that we can overcome whatever we're dealing with.
I just want people. Someone asked me this the other day. They said, Ben, what is it that you want to be known for? Like when you leave the room, when you leave this life or whatever that is, a relationship, or when an interaction, what is it you want people to feel, see, know, understand, or have experienced, right? Imagine if we could take a third person perspective from that conversation or relationship or whatever that is. You're like, man, what is that? I hope that people see me and have the interaction and they're like, dang, I'm a better person from that.
Yeah.
He sees me. I feel like I could do anything when he's with me.
Yeah.
Or after I talk with him or whatever, you know? And so, man, if I can empower people to feel like they can fulfill the measure of their creation or purpose in this life, come on.
Yeah.
Let's freaking go, you know?
Wow. I love that. You know, Stephen Covey, who we all know, wrote the book, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. He was asked, what is your why? And he says it's to unleash human potential. And I think that's what you do. Like, you unleash it, man. It's like you let people like, man, if I got this guy in my corner, I can do anything.
Yeah.
Right?
I love that. What I love to say is, I love to say disobey average, because at a young age, it's always, I mean, we're those of us who are parents, hey, you got to be obedient. Obey mom and dad, obey dad. And obedient is so good.
Yeah.
Obey the laws and all this stuff. But there are some rules that you can just shatter.
Yeah.
The rules of regularity, the rules of normality, the rules of just average.
Yeah.
And so if we can realize that disobeying and being a renegade in life is sometimes not just like welcomed, but it's like, come on, we need it.
Yeah.
That's fun. I love to get people to understand that they're born to disobey average. Because with no way of living a normal life or an ordinary life, I had the opportunity to choose to live an extraordinary one, or to just be like, go victim mindset, right?
Yeah. Wow. Well, and that's where goes into my next, part of this that I want to talk about is your award-winning film, Standout, the Ben Kjar Story. It went through all the film festivals and it's getting out there and it's trying to get some traction, and boy, did it ever. And now it's going to be a featured film in the movie theaters. I'm so excited for you. I'm so proud of you, brother. Congratulations. But that's really the story. It's like the movie's all about, I'm going to shatter what you think average is. That's not who I am. I'm not the victim. Watch me kind of go through this. So let's talk about this amazing film that you're a part of. Obviously, it's your story. And just talk about it for a minute. Like, do you pinch yourself and go, man, this is happening?
It's crazy, dude. It's totally nuts. People are like, how does it feel? I'm like, I don't know, dude. I don't know how it feels. We're still living.
Right.
Sometimes it's like keeping my head above water.
Yeah.
Like, there are a lot of nights that I feel like I have to put just a big man diaper on because I'm going to pee my pants every night. And there's a lot of sleepless nights. Just because if you can imagine someone coming to you years before, this is a 4-year project in the making. And if you can imagine someone saying, hey, the film's going to be about you.
Mm-hmm.
So when people don't sit down in the seats in the theaters, like, how do you not take that personal?
Right.
Like, it's not about like your the lost puppy that you left behind in junior high. That it's just all about you, all about your struggles. We go deep. I mean, the cool thing is, brother, we've had such rad feedback. Like,
that's amazing.
First of all, I want to give some complete like high fives and just gratitude for my producers and director who just made this possible, and they're icons. I mean, Tanner Christensen, this is the first time he's ever directed a film, but he's been a part of some rad films.
Yeah.
His father, T.C. Christensen, is an icon in this area.
Yeah.
He's in 17 Miracles and Fighting Preacher, Cokeville Miracle, Escape from Germany, just a ton of them.
Mm-hmm.
And then my other producer is a dear friend of both of them, and his name is Jared Hess. He did Napoleon Dynamite, Nacho Libre, Minecraft, the movie, and he's an icon. And so how humbling is it that they would choose, out of every story in the world, all the stories in the world, they would choose Ben Kjar Story.
Yeah.
So it's surreal. Today we just got into like another 20-something theaters.
So cool.
To start out, are an independent film. We're like, oh my gosh, we'd be lucky to get into like the church screen downtown, right? But we're now in 100 theaters.
Wow.
And we're just expanding. And here's some of the feedback we've heard.
Okay.
I talked with a lady last night. She is a clinical therapist, licensed therapist. She does this for a job. She has clients. She has people come in. She said, Ben, this is last night. She said, Ben, I just watched your film with my family. And I'm there. I was there as present.
Yeah.
And she grabbed my shoulders with emotional eyes. She was getting emotional. She said, I've studied the mental side in therapy for years, decades. And what you teach in your film is every principle and value we teach. I had another guy come up. We all know him by the CEO of Vivint.
Yep.
His name's Todd Peterson. Oh, yeah. And his wife came in, and he's done really well for himself. And he's seen every film out there.
Yeah.
And he said, Ben, my wife said this is the best film she has ever seen. And he just booked a theater for a lot of people that he's showing the film to in a few weeks.
That's amazing.
What we've loved to see is this film go from movie to being a movement. Why do I say that? When people come and see it, they're inspired to share it with others.
Yeah.
Now, when people say, oh, man, well, what is this? This is about a Crouzon kid? I mean, why would I want to see this? And who would I take? It's a family film. In one of our film festivals, we got the award for the best family film. It's PG. We're fighting against all the rated R films out there, even the PG-13s that should be R.
Sure.
Right? I've had 5-year-old kids all the way to 95-year-old people in wheelchairs rolling in and out of this theater. And I've heard it. We just got another testimonial from a 5-year-old kid the other day from Wyoming. He said, this is, in his own words, this is the best movie I ever saw. That's what he said. And it's so fun to hear this, man. And if people are like, what is Standout? Standout, the film, is a mix between two films. Wonder, the kid with the facial difference, put on by Julia Roberts and Owen Wilson.
Yeah.
And if you were to match that and mix it with Sylvester Stallone's the movie Rocky, it's about a boy, just like in the movie Wonder, who sat behind the walls of his own home in the dark and didn't want to go outside. Todd, I would pray to God every night with what I felt like was the faith of a mustard seed. If it could move mountains, it could change my face. I would wake up in the morning after praying to God. I'd run to the bathroom and look in the mirror and be so disappointed that my face looked the same as it did the night before. Wow. It's that type of mentality in boy that would gain confidence and vigor and a little bit of swagger to be able to become what would be the Rocky Balboa of today.
Wow. What a great combo. Both those movies are iconic and amazing. That is beautiful. I mean, you know, to hear that kind of feedback, again, you know what? Like you said, if no one liked it, how could you not take that personal? But when people comment like this, how can you not take that personal, but in a good way, right? I mean,
right.
That's a testament to the way you live your life. Because I think I haven't seen it yet, and I can't wait to see it. But I know you, Ben, and I know every time I'm with you, I walk away feeling like I'm the king of the world. Like that's what you do to people. Like that's the aura and the superpower you possess, is that everyone walks away going, so glad I talked to Ben today. So glad that I mentioned it. Glad I watched one of his videos. I was watching earlier this morning one of your wrestling videos, and I'm like, dude, this guy was a total badass. Like, I mean, I knew you were good at wrestling, but to see it, I was just like, wow, you're no joke, dude. So anyway, I think that's your superpower, is people walk away from you going, okay, I'm a better person now that I had a chance to spend a little time with Ben. So I'm imagining that's exactly what this movie's doing. And you talked about movement. Yeah, because when we feel good and we feel inspired, what's the first thing we want to do? We want to go tell someone.
Yeah.
Dude, you got to go see this movie. And I guarantee you, I can probably 100% guarantee that everyone walks away going, I'm going to make a difference in someone's life today.
Yeah.
Is that accurate, you think?
Totally. I guarantee everyone that will arrive will feel inspired. 100%.
Yeah.
And I just, the team that put this together, one thing I love about it is I love when you do projects that are way bigger than you.
Yeah.
When you're involved in projects that are just way outside your scope of like what you can do and impact.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden it comes together. Excuse me. All of a sudden it comes together, and you hear these like testimonials, and you hear these impact. Like today, dude, I got a message from my cousin. He lives up in Logan. His buddy from Ogden called him 2 days ago. He says, he says Brady is my cousin's name. He said, Brady, I just saw this film. It's not even in theaters yet. I don't know how he saw it.
Yeah.
He probably went to a private screening or something.
Probably,
he said,
yeah.
I just saw this film, and I've been struggling with depression and not feeling purpose in my life because his mom just passed away.
Oh, boy.
And he said, this film has changed my life. You have to see it. He's like, well, freak, tell me the movie. Like, I got to go see it. He said, the movie's called Standout. My cousin's like, bro, that's my cousin. And the guy's like, no way. And so
I love that.
I'm trying to get a testimonial from him so I could give a message back to him and tell him that I just see him, man, and that I appreciate him, and just know that like he's seen, man, and that every little piece of him is on purpose.
Yeah.
And his life's on purpose, with purpose, and that there are people that he's blessed to touch if he chooses to step into who he is, right?
Wow. Amazing. If I could ask you, I mean, the name of the show is Standout. What does that mean? Like,
yeah,
to stand out.
So I'll tell you why it's called Standout, and then
please.
maybe it will give us some purpose.
Okay.
There's a moment where I get annihilated by an adult in the in the grocery market, and he had a couple kids with him. I was used to kids making fun of me. They say what they see. They're blunt.
Yeah.
Kids say the darndest things. We know that.
Sure.
But when an adult attacks you and just verbally just annihilates you, and you're young, elementary, in front of what I thought was my whole neighborhood in this grocery market, I would go home and I would go against the wall in the bathroom trying to figure out a way to physically take my face off. No elementary kid should ever feel this way.
Right.
I remember my mom breaking in the door, and she just melts on me as we cry together, and she stands me up. And as I look in the mirror, looking at what the difference that I just begged to just change, she said, Ben, you're born different to make a difference. Now, you're going to get attention. In that attention, I'm going to challenge you not to fit in. Don't hide, because you were born to stand out. In life, I feel like we're born to stand out. And in the moments where it's the most uncomfortable, we're born to get out from behind the bushel and shine our light.
Mm-hmm. I want to take a moment to express my heartfelt gratitude to the incredible sponsors of the Beliefcast podcast. First, Craig from Craig Swap and Associates. If you need an attorney, he's your guy. Trustworthy, compassionate, always there when you need him most. Next, Wasatch Recovery, the greatest university on the planet, transforming lives one day at a time. Sandy from Minky Couture, the creative genius behind the most comfortable blanket you'll ever wrap yourself in. Comfort like no other. Special thanks to the award-winning pianist Paul Cardall for his beautiful music that brings inspiration to every episode.
We're supposed to not be lukewarm. We're meant to live a life that's extraordinary. We're meant to say no to good things, to make way for great things. I mean, so many times in life, it's be good, like obey. Sometimes we need to disregard that. Be disobedient to average. Say no to good things, knowing that we're born for greatness. Just realize every time we say yes to something, it fills the void. It fills the hole, I should say. It fills the time slot for something else and somebody else. And so I challenge you guys who are listening. I challenge you guys who are here. Choose to live a more purpose-filled, driven life that's more intentional, more on purpose. And as we do that, man, our yeses are way more careful.
Beautifully said, Ben. I love that. I mean, you know that quote by Mark Twain, the two most important days of a person's life are the day they were born, the day they found out why. It was almost like that's what that experience you had with your mom in that moment. She helped you realize this is your why. This is your purpose. This is why you're here. Man, what great counsel in that moment of darkness for you. Unbelievable. That gave me chills.
Yeah.
Just thinking about that.
It would change my life, right?
Yeah.
Now, you're going to walk away from the film wondering, how can I be like Stana Care? My mom's name's Stana. How can I be like Stana Care? How can I be the person that pours into someone else so deep that the pinnacle of the movie title is about that moment?
That moment, yeah.
So I speak around the country, and I ask this question. I just did it the other day in Florida. I said, guys, think of the person that is the absolute, like, backbone that you need in the moment of weakness. Who's the person that you know is going to be there for you? If you only had one call, you know they're going to pick up and drop everything to come your way. Who is that person? What are the characteristics? What are the principles? What are the values that they have? How do they live? How purpose-driven are they? And so they're thinking of this person.
Yeah.
And some of them mention names, and they talk about why. And then I ask everybody, now, how many of you guys thought about someone else in this room? Or how many of you guys even imagined someone else could think of you during that moment? Now, if somebody else has a lifeline that they could call, how many of us is the one on speed dial? How many of us is the one that people call?
Right.
I would say it comes down to the person who has two powerful characteristics. Number one, they can trust them.
Yeah.
They trust them. They may not love them all the time.
Yeah.
But they trust and respect them.
Yep.
Number two, they know that person can be consistent enough to count on. A lot of us want to go and be this renegade, like macho or all-star or whatever floats your boat, right? But people will absolutely open up to others that they know they trust and are consistent in being them, right? And I think more so in my life, I'm like, man, am I trusted? Am I consistent in life to be able to be trusted? That's hard to answer sometimes.
It is. I love that. I call that your darkest hour friend.
Right?
I
love that.
When you're in your darkest hour, who's that friend
Yes.
that you can call that's got your back no matter what.
Yeah.
And you're right. Those characteristics, you can trust them. They're consistent. I love that. And I think we're all striving to be that person. I know I am. And again, I think you do a really good job at that, Ben. This movie is amazing. A lot of people are going to be changed because of this. What's the ultimate goal? I know you want to create a movement. I get that. But is there something like at the end when the dust settles a little bit, when it slows down just a little bit, what are you hoping to look back a little bit and go, we accomplished this, this, and this? Is there something that stands out? No pun intended.
Yeah. Well said. I have a few things. There's a kid that plays me in the movie, Little Ben.
Is it Colton?
His name's Colton.
Yep.
Yeah. And there is Coltons in this world that are going to occupy these seats.
Yeah.
And I know that those are little Bens. And dude, there's a piece in this film that meditation has come to be pretty popular. And there's a type of meditation called shadowing. And this is going to answer your question, but the shadowing is when in this deep state of meditation, you're able to see another version of you. And I did this before the film, and I shadowed a younger version of me, and we show it in the film. There's a moment where Colton is having this difficult moment, this darkest moment, and I show up as the dark moment friend. And it's right after he has this moment with this kid that just annihilates him in school. And we have this interaction. I know that this film will be the interaction for these individuals. As you buy this, you'll never know, but you'll never even think of this. You'll just buy a ticket, going to a theater to have popcorn. And you'll go in, and this is, I didn't know this though. I didn't know it would end up being this. This is the feedback we've gotten. You'll go in and you'll have this moment. Everyone will. Where they'll see themselves. And none of them, let me not say none of them, a fraction of them, Todd, will have Crouzon Syndrome. And maybe that same fraction, a small amount of people will have cauliflower ears from wrestling, right? So like some people are like, is this a wrestling film? Is this a film that's talking
like,
about
no.
a facial difference? I'm like, bro, we talk about pain.
Yeah.
We talk about connection. We talk about how we can overcome that, and we can't do it alone. And so the people that come in the mix and move our lives in a way that that makes incredible things happen.
Yeah. Wow. That's amazing. We all can understand pain. We all can understand what it feels like to be left out. Obviously, you probably went through an extreme version of all that. But at the same time, everyone has a battle, right? Everyone has a battle that no one really knows about. You know, no one knows some of the battles I'm going through, you know, currently. They don't know about them, you know, because I put on my face and I work my butt off and I try to share amazing stories such as yours and I go out and speak and I do all those things that I give back. But, you know, I have mine too, you know. So that's why, again, I agree with you. I think your film is going to be so well received for that reason, because everyone's going to walk in there going, I needed to hear that. I don't need to have Crouzon Syndrome, right? I don't need to have that to understand what it probably feels like to be bullied or teased or feel left out.
Yeah.
Or to be even a little different, right?
Yeah.
So I think that's why it's going to be amazing. I mean, it already is. And it's just going to...
Dude, I'm so excited for you to see it. I'm so excited for you to see it.
I can't wait.
It's the thing that's the most... So you speak. You get this. I'm gonna. So many times, and you do it so well because I've seen you speak. And brother, like, oh man, if you haven't seen this man speak, he brings such power and so much vulnerability, which is so rare in this world. And you know this because I know the power of how you speak. My favorite moments after I speak, people are like, oh, hey, what's your favorite moment? Like, what's a story that, like, makes you just feel on fire and whatever? I'm like, guys, it's like not when I speak. It's after. And I say, if I do my job and I focus on the person in the seat and not me, because it's a hard fight.
It is.
That when the crowd's big
Right.
and you walk out on the stage and your sizzle reel and the bio just came out and they make you feel like a king of the world.
Right.
You're like, yeah, mic comes in your face and you're like, let's freaking go. I'm the man.
Yeah.
It's so easy to make it about us.
Yeah.
And then we lose the connection.
Yep.
Whereas when you do your job, meaning you make an impact, and it's intentional, and it's about the person in the seat, and understanding they're going through so many things right now, divorce, addiction, death, failure, whatever it is.
Yeah.
The moments after you leave the stage are the most pivotal.
Yeah.
And so, brother,
I love that.
I've had so many moments after the film because it did its job.
Yep.
People are like, oh my gosh. In life, think about every conversation you have. Think about every phone conversation, email you're writing, or whatever relationship you're in. What are people walking away understanding? Are they having a change of thoughts, process, ideas, intuitions, or whatever it is, of goals going forward? Or are they going backwards? Are they staying the same? What type of impact are we making every single day, you know?
Yeah. Wow. I love that, Ben. And again, you couldn't have said that any better. At the end of the day, it's about connecting with other people. And that's why I love doing these podcasts, is the connection I feel with you, you know? I make this about Ben. It's not about Todd. It's about Ben. This is your story. And I'm grateful to honor you. You are someone worthy of this honor, if you will. I could share you to the world and be so proud of that. I hope you know that. Like, it means the world to me. If someone wants to learn more about the film, where can they go see it? How can they learn more about it? What's the website? All that stuff. And they want to learn more about Ben if they don't know you already.
Sure.
What's the best way for all of that?
Yeah, thanks for asking, man. Standoutfilm.com is where you go see it all. We have the map of where all theaters are playing.
Okay, great.
And if it's not in a theater near you, you can host a screening. And we've hosted screenings all over, man, from California to Atlanta and everywhere in between. It's been fun. So if you want to know more about this film, it's standoutfilm.com.
Great.
And then my social media handles are just my first and last name, Ben, and then KJAR.
Yeah.
And I would love, like, what I love and what I invite people to do is, I don't think in life we live and dream out loud enough. And I'm not talking arrogant out loud.
Right.
I'm talking, I've studied success stories. I've studied the best teams and champions in the world, and each and every one of them have done certain things to get there. And the ingredients of that, one of the first steps is to call your shot.
Yep.
And so, man, I love it. I love it when people come up to me and they're like, yo, you inspired me to run a marathon. Yeah. I spoke a year ago to Mountain Ops. It's an awesome company. It's a supplement company. Trevor Farnes is an incredible CEO. As a matter of fact, these shoes I'm wearing were a gift from him. And he said, Ben, we've had people just feel inspired. I got an email, a direct message from one of the attendees of a girl who'd never, ever, ever done any like races for Spartan races. And she called her shot to do it.
Nice.
And so now they message me, and I'm their biggest fan. I call it being a shot caller.
Yeah.
I'm the biggest shot caller. I'm like, let's go.
I love it.
And so I
awesome.
love it when people reach out and share their dreams with me, because I am the best freaking hype guy. I'm the best fanboy.
You are.
And I just love cheering on other people.
That's so cool. So cool, man. Well, you definitely are, and I love what you're doing. I'll put all those links in the show notes. When we go live, we're going to push everyone to that. Everyone I talk to, I'm going to push them in that direction and get people to watch. And I can't wait to take my whole family to see your show and so on. And the list goes on. Anything I can do to help support you, Ben, I'm there. I want you to know that. I
appreciate it. I got a question for you, by the way.
Yeah.
What's a big dream you have, brother, for 2026?
Boy, that's a great question. You know, I have a dream of, if I'm to be honest with you, call your shot, is I've had a few people reach out to me to make my story a movie.
Yes.
And I've had probably, to be honest with you, a half a dozen over the years, and they've all kind of fizzled out for whatever reason. Couldn't find the funding. I don't know how that works behind the scenes.
Have you said yes to any of them?
I don't think I have, to be quite honest with you. And I think that's why I'm saying this right now, because I wouldn't have normally maybe answered this way, but if I could call my shot, it's that it's going to happen. And so I'm going to say yes to it. I don't know what that looks like exactly. But again, I'm grateful. I know you feel the same way. Like, I look at my life, I didn't have any physical things that held me back or should have held me back. It was more mental and emotional, and a drug addiction and all that stuff, you name it. And I pinch myself every day that I'm actually sitting here with Ben Kjar. Like, what are the odds of that?
Bro, and you ain't just sitting, dude. You're like making such a massive impact.
Oh, I appreciate that. And that's what, I do. I'm so blessed. I'm so grateful. But I do want to continue what I'm doing. I want to keep calling my shots in that way. I want to make a difference in this world. I want to inspire people. I want to make it about other people. I think that's what separates my podcast from most. I'm not filming me. I'm filming Ben. It's about Ben. This is Ben's spotlight right now, not Todd's. Yeah, I can be maybe the avenue behind it or the tool behind it, but at the same time, this is your story, brother. And I think that's why this has been so well received, to be quite honest. And I'm going to keep doing that. And
I think it's great, the intention behind it. I love that. I do know one of the hardest things that I had to learn how to do, like in life, especially with this film coming out, is like being open for people to like just absolutely cheer me on and run
I bet
for me sometimes.
Yeah, sure.
And so because my intention was like, no, let's make it about this and this and this. When you do say yes to that story, just be willing to say yes to support.
Okay.
And people that are just going to completely pour into you.
Okay.
Because, dude, that's hard sometimes.
It is hard. It is hard. And I appreciate the advice, and I'll take it.
Because, dude, when that story happens, you're going to have a... So I was on a podcast the other day, and we were talking about, they were doing their underwriting of and just discovery of where my story is. And they said, you're on Todd's podcast. I'm like, yeah. They're like, he's everywhere.
Really?
He does such a great job. And so, brother, you have a lot of people watching.
That means a lot.
And let them watch, brother.
I will. Watch. I appreciate that a lot. That means a lot coming from you. You're the man. You truly are. I want to end with this question. And if there's someone tuned in right now who is in a dark spot, they feel lost, what would you tell that person right now?
Can I speak to the camera? Is that okay?
Please do.
All right.
Please do.
If you're listening right now and you've heard of the name Jesus Christ, if you've heard of that name, I want to tell you that I didn't understand who that person was. Now, if you've heard of that name, if you understand who he is, or maybe you believe in him, understand what his I am statements are and what they meant. Because in my darkest of times, I never understood how powerful my I am statements really were and how incredibly empowering they could be. Many of us want to go out and be like Jesus, but yet we lack the self-belief. And only when we understand what Jesus did and does with his self-belief, things change. One of my favorite moments is when Jesus gets captured and he gets taken into the king of his area. And basically I would imagine it as the king coming to him and saying, you've said a lot of crazy stuff. Blasphemy. You've went against the rules of the land, Jesus. We're going to kill you unless you take everything back. I can imagine him coming shirtless. I can imagine him head down with maybe thorns on his head and blood dripping down his face, with his back scarred and bleeding, and with a moment and a word that would save his life. He stands up, squares off, and looks the king of his territory in the eye and says this: I am the King of Kings. I am the Lord of Lords. When we understand who we are in our darkest of moments, it will truly save your life. I just hope, I pray that your I am statement is that powerful, that firm, that significant, that you could look at someone in the eye. You can disobey average, and you could understand how powerful you are. That has changed my life. Understanding what true, genuine, sincere power means. It's not arrogant. It's intentional. And it's empowering for others because you give permission for others to do the same. That's what I would tell them.
Wow. Mic drop. That was amazing. I'm a huge believer on what follows I am follows you. And that is beautifully said, Ben. And for those listening, and especially for the one who's tuned into this right now that is in a dark spot, I hope you let Ben's words stay there on your heart and let it marinate for a minute, because what he's saying is going to change your life. Like, truly, you're not broken, you're not damaged, you're not unworthy. You matter, and we need you, right? You're part of an equation, and tomorrow needs you. So listen to Ben's words, apply those things, come up with a powerful I am statement, and you say it. I don't care if you have to say it 10,000 times. You may not believe it for the first 9,000 times, but that last 1,000, it finally clicks, and you go, yes, I believe. That's when your life will change. Ben, you're amazing. Truly amazing. Congratulations on all your success. Standout, the Ben Kjar Story, guys. Go see it. Let's promote the heck out of this. Let's share with our family and friends. We need good movies out there that inspire us, instead of us making us feel divided or less than, or like you walk out of there with an icky feeling in your stomach. This is the opposite. This is going to make you feel good. So I challenge everyone to go see it. I can't wait to see it. And Ben, you really truly are a light that shines so bright, and I'm grateful to call you my friend.
God bless you, brother. Thanks for having me.
You bet. There you go, folks. I love you. Thanks for tuning in. Please share this episode with all your loved ones. I'm serious. Go see the show and comment. He can handle any comment. He just proved that by what he said today. Good or bad. I have no doubt it'll probably be good. But comment. reach out to Ben and tell him what you thought about it and how it's inspired you, and call your shot. I love that. Call your shot this year. What's it going to be? Is it better mental health? Is it a better relationship with your spouse? Is it a better relationship with your kids? Is it just being happier? Make your call, man. Let's do it. Love you guys. Till next time.